see you guys there. What's up, Motorfest racers and Copium participants? It's your wheelman, AlexCornnut, for the second time this evening. Because the second time I have to shoot the video is because the first time, Leon Unleashed, Waterblob, Doug66 Green, Rhino the Raccoon, some of the fastest guys in the video game, apparently couldn't submit our times before the end of the submission window closing. So they're the fastest dudes on track, but the slowest dudes to submit their times. Anyway, we'll get into it. Alright guys, Copium this week, Lamborghini Countach 2021 on Going for More. I liked this track. It was a lot of fun. Handbraking through the corners was not the most optimal, but man, for style points, that was on point. I had a lot of fun with that. Let's dig into the results. Waterblob is our #1 winner this week. Omega slow on submitting his time. He actually had a 2:03 on there, but then he updated it after I'd already shot the video at 8 o'clock tonight when submission ends. But anyway, I'm a pretty good sport, so I usually say if you get your time in before I do the video, you're good. And over the last couple weeks, I've been a little slow getting the video out, so it's all good. But I'm happy to put the names on the list. I'm really happy to reshoot it, just throwing a little general shade in a polite, fun way. Anyway, that's what we do. All right, so Waterblob with a 2:01.108. Insane. He did a 2:03 without slip, but with slipstream, him and Leon Unleashed were right behind each other. Leon Unleashed, first time he submitted to Copium, welcome to the Copium series, with a 2:01.342. Both those guys are teammates, and they are correct. Right behind them is Rhino the Raccoon. You may know him from his YouTube channel. He does the summit every week. Go check dude out. Rhino is usually top 5 in the world for summit, but when he releases his video, he is usually #1 at the time of releasing it. So if you're looking for some help on that and some tunes, go check him out. He's really, really good. So that is our top 3: Waterblob, Leon Unleashed, and Rhino the Raccoon. Omega fast guys, and I know Rhino did it without slipstream. He was just cruising, man. So him and Waterblob would have been really, really close, really good racing. But with those guys two slipping off each other, it's pretty fast. All right, then we get on to the normal human interaction. We get the aliens out of the way. CC LEXX. We're putting CC in front of our names now. If you represent the Cornnut crew, and that's the clan or race group you call home, if you change your name on Ubisoft and throw a capital C with a little hyphen in front of it, that's kind of what we're doing now. Airflow started it, and then we all kind of just started going with it, and it's pretty sweet. So if you want to do that, feel free. Anyway, LEXX's in 4th place with a 2:04.831. Right behind LEXX is our man Airflows with a 2:04.864. Both of those guys are super close. Right behind them is myself with a 2:05.6. And right behind me is our friend Judy, 2077, with a 2:05.961. I believe this is the first time that Judy... No, second week, I think. I think Judy was in here last week. Anyway, that rounds out our top split. Pretty fast in there. I believe most of us did it with slipstream. Some of these other guys can do it without, but they're aliens, so like, I don't know, it's hard to say. But really fast, really fun. And guys, with Copium rules, if you've got somebody you can play with, if you've got a shortcut you can take, or somebody you can slipstream with, that's all on the table. So get around the track as fast as you can. All right, we go to Split 2. Our winner of Split 2 is Sobostar with a 2:07.439. Right behind Sobostar is Tire Iron 67 with solo, no slip, no macro, no script, no skills, lols. Shout out to Tire Iron, out here making it happen. He is in the old man group, if you will. We got a couple of guys kicking around that are 50 plus, and they are pretty fucking fast anyway. So shout out to Tire Iron with a 2:07.453. You'll see these guys are just a couple of 100ths away from each other. So Sobostar and Tire Iron, really, really close. Right behind Tire Iron is Own You with a 2:07.5. So about 100th separates those two guys. So really close. These 2:07s for those top 3. The next 3 is Midnight Blur with a 2:08.240. CC Mean Cat 97 with a 2:08.698, and then Sergeant Epic Speed with a 2:08.866. So right here, just about half a second separates those next 3 guys. Really, really close racing. That's why I kept the times in some of the upper splits, is because we had really close pairs or triples, and I like to showcase that and just let everybody know how close everybody really was, because it's pretty feisty, and I really enjoy that. All right, we move on to split 3. We've got Sodga 85 with a 209.239 as our winner. Right behind Sodga is R Rock with a 209.490. 2/10 separates those two guys. Right behind them in third place is Leia-licious. Leia sucks. She streams on Twitch. Go check her out. She also helps with the car and tracks pairing weekly. She's helping me with the Copium setup, so that way we don't have another disaster that is Zonda. My bad. Anyway, so she did a 210.147. Right behind Leia is Eric CC Goon Crasher with a 210.3. So about 200 separates those two. Following them is Mr. Nikolai with a 211.075. Right after Nikolai is Wave of Mutilation, who has now changed his name to CC Wave, with a 211.7. And then we got CC Sadrose. Shout out to Sadrose. This is the first time he's officially participated and submitted his own time for Copium. We've had him in a previous one on Need for Speed, but he didn't actually submit his time. Somebody else did. We put it on the list anyway. We out here. So shout out to Sadrose for participating. Good to see him on track with us with a 211.8. So those three right there, guys, all within a second of each other, really close. But if we take Sodga down to Sadrose, 2 seconds separates that whole blend of people. So that's really, really good. All right, this is the short split because their times were pretty close. Splash the Orca wins with a 212.190. Bodacious right behind Splash. Nil Kappa, big fan. Shout out to Nil Kappa. First time he's run in a Copium series. So very happy to have him present and running with us. And then right behind Nil Kappa, WRX 69. Nice. They are going to be their own split right there. I should have just kept their times in there. I don't know why I took them out. Basically, it was 1.5 seconds that separated those guys out. So I should have just kept them in. But anyway, we move on. After them, we've got our winner, Disaster Peace, with a 216.529. The reason they have a short split up here is because here we had 3 people that were really, really close, and I didn't want to break them up for the sake of keeping the numbers even. So Disaster Piece 216.5, Valve 789 with a 216.6. Right behind Valve is Dipley with a 216.8. So 3/10 separates those 3 guys, super close. And then we move on to the next 3, and they're really close. So we have Dragontron 95 following Dipley with a 217.647. CC Tetsu, that's Tetsu Kirasaki in Discord, with a 217.7, so a 10th. And then our man Taibo with a 218.4. So those guys are all separated by about less than a second from each other. Really, really close. All right, we move into the last real split that's actually got everybody that has real numbers there. Let me make sure that I don't show anything, the meme times. All right, Melvin Outlaw is our winner with a 219.747. Left turn 36 following Melvin. Yosef Moo, that's my buddy Iosif Moo. I've made his name incorrect since the beginning of the Copium series, and so it's wonderful to have him back. He's one of the OGs, and I've always messed up his name since the get-go, so I'm happy to see him back racing with us on Motorfest. Right after Yosef is Dark Wolf 91, Miku Nakano 7431 following Dark Wolf, CC Small Shooter following Miku Nakano, and then CX Shed Shooter 75. They're both shooters. Pew, 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 beep, beep. And then right behind said shooter is Forever Young. That's our man Young Lee. Shout out to him. He's made a bunch of the Cornnut Crew t-shirts that I have. Not wearing one right now, but I do wear them often. And I've got some Debuster shirts. Speaking of which, Debuster is right behind Forever Young. Shout out to Debuster. You guys, if you still play Need for Speed Unbound, go check out Debuster on YouTube. Go hook up with him on Discord. He is going to start running his own version of the Cornnut Crew Copium series, but it's going to be Debuster's Blacklist, or the Debuster list, or the Blacklist, I think is what it is. It's something like that. Debuster's Blacklist sounds really good. That should be what it is. But anyway, it's basically going to be a similar format week to week, cars on tracks, and just setting your best time. So if you still play that game and you're hunting for times on that, go check him out. Go get involved. Following Debuster is our man Doug666 Green. Happy to have him on the list. He almost didn't make it tonight, but since I was already reshooting the video, more than happy to have him. He's participated in almost every single Copium that we have had since the jump. So we are in Season 2, Week 7, so that's pretty awesome. Guys, that is the official list. As we move on to the meme times, Splash the Orca running the 512 Testarossa with a 238.6. And then apparently Tetsu ran it in the Testarossa as well, so we're keeping Testarossa time. So if you guys want to run a meme time, you can run the Testarossa on the Copium track as well, I guess. And Tetsu did it in a 241.398. This week on PC, we had 14 players. PS5, they're the winners this week. They had 18. Xbox, they had 8, for a total of 40 Copium Series participants in week 7. Guys, thank you so much for participating. If you are a member of my Discord, go click on the community section. I've already got posted what next week's Copium is. Otherwise, for everybody else, check out the video tomorrow so we can start running those times and getting a little dirty. Everyone, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.